This is a video tutorial for the Happy Days BERTIE backpack. And this is how you make it. And this is what you'll need. Fabric for the outer, a small piece of fabric for the tab and some nylon cord. We'll start by making the tabs. Place one of your tab fabrics right sides down. If this was pattern fabric, this would be the pattern side. Fold in half, matching this edge to this edge, and press. I've pressed, and I'm going to open out, and I'm going to fold this edge on this crease line we made. And once again, press. I've pressed it, and now I'm going to take this edge and fold it onto the crease line again. And once again, press. The final fold is in half, and once again, match up the edges and the sides and press. I've pressed it, and now I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and sew in fairly close to the edge. Top stitch along this side and top stitch along this side. I tend to make my stitch length about a 4 when I do this. I've top stitched along each side, and I've also repeated for the other tab. Now I'm going to put these to one side. Place one of your main pieces right sides down, so that's the pretty side, and if you are using directional fabric, ensure that this will be the top. Fold over 5mm each side, about 1/4 inch, and about 5 centimetres down. This is to form the casing for the nylon cord so it doesn't fray. Once you've turned it in, press. Then fold over this top edge by 1 centimetre and press. I've pressed along, and I'm going to turn it over once again, but this time 2.5 centimetres, and once again press. Now I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew all along this bottom edge. I've sewn all along, and now I'm going to repeat the whole process for the other main piece of fabric. Place either of your outers right sides up so you're looking at the pretty side. Measure 2 centimetres from this bottom edge and make a mark. And repeat this for the other side. Fold your tab in half and place it on the 2 centimetre line you drew, and add a clip. Ensure that this is the open end of your tab, and do the same for the other side. I've added both tabs and I've added clips, and now I'm going to take it over the sewing machine and sew fairly close to the edge, tack into place. You won't see these stitches in the final make. I've tacked both my tabs into place, and now I've taken my other main piece of fabric and I'm placing it right sides together, so pretty side to pretty side on top. ensure that the bottom sides all line up, and then add some clips. I've added my clips and I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and starting just below the channeling, using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, sew all the way down and stop, across the bottom and stop, and then back up to the top and stop just below the channeling. I've zoomed in so you can see we're not sewing over here, we're leaving this part open, so we're starting below the channeling. I've sewn all the way around 3 sides and I've ensured that I haven't sewn on the channeling. I've snipped both corners, and now I'm going to take it over the sewing machine and I'm going to zigzag all the way around. This is optional, you needn't do it, but I think it gives a much neater finish. And again, I won't be zigzagging around here or here. I've turned it the right way out and I've pressed it, and I've ensured that the corners are all nicely pressed out as well. And now I'm going to add the cord. I've tied the end of my cord onto my safety pin, and now starting at this end I'm going to carefully thread all the way around and come out the same side. I've threaded the cord all the way around and I've taken off the safety pin, and now I'm going to thread one end through the tab and tie the 2 ends together. I've tied a knot in that side of the cord, and now I'm going to repeat the whole process, but this time starting from this side and going all the way around and coming out this side. I've threaded my cord all the way around. Finally, pass one end of the cord through the tab and tie the 2 ends together. And that's your BERTIE backpack all finished.